if you're aggressive towards them, or allegedly if you carry a stick, they see that as being an aggressive act and they will sweep you. This pole here is the end of the magpies territory. You see this time, we'll see it again when I turn around and come back in a little while. There's a red-headed bloke that runs a local park run here. The magpies love him. So I don't know what the answer is. And if you've got a cure, then apply it by all means. So, coming back to Phily Bowden and her travails in the US. As I said, you would have thought at the University of Ohio, given how big college sport is in the United States, would have had access either on their staff or been able to access somewhere else within the university or outside, somebody who could have got inside her head and helped her to unpack what was happening in terms of performance and how she might correct that. And as I said, she'd left home, left her family, left her partner, and I suspect that that had something to do with it, although I say I don't know, and I don't know her, so I'm only speculating. I suspect that she was scouted by them. Well, no, she said she was, scouted by them, and obviously they had high expectations of her, and that pressure can be enormous. And she knew that while she was part of a team, that she was there on what the Americans call a free ride, and that the free ride would only exist as long as she performed. She felt she gave her best and did everything she could. But it just didn't work out. It just wasn't meant to be. She went back to the UK, picked up with her old coach and her old running club, and got back into things. And as she said, she began to like herself again. So it was sort of a good outcome in the end. That got me on to thinking a bit about sport at the highest levels in general. And I suppose the first thing I wanted to put out there is that behind every headline and every photograph and every Facebook post that lauds somebody is a great sports star, next best thing, up and coming, new champion, whatever titles they want to put on that person, whatever the headline writers put, behind all that is a human being. And it doesn't matter how much money you get paid to do what you do. We all have bad days. We all have off days. The days when people go to the office or the classroom or wherever it is that they work and they're just going through the motions, or something's happened overnight or whatever, and they just have a bad day. So behind every sports story is a human being, and that's particularly relevant when we bag people out And I'm as prone to do that as anybody else and say, well, you're only as good as your last game. And if the Bulldogs in the NRL got 66 points put on them on the weekend, or the West Tigers who got 74 points put on them, or the Dragons who got 56 points put on them, there are players there and they might have gone out and done their best that day. Maybe their best just wasn't good enough, or the other team was better, and we launched into them with our social media posts about overpaid and so forth. We're probably not doing them any service. I doubt if any of those players from those three teams are sitting back feeling smug after weekend's performances. So, same with this Phily. She was feeling bad about her performances, and whilst we shouldn't soft soap those things, we should be honest with people when their performance isn't what it should have been. By the same token, we've got to encourage them to do better. And as I say, that leads me on to sport in general. Some of the people who commented on this post or on this video were people who said they had been in similar positions. That is, they'd been at college on a sports scholarship, and the pressure of expectation got to them, or they got an injury and it took longer to recover than they thought it would, and their coaches were desperate to get them out there again, so they went out before they were fully recovered from one injury, made it worse, and maybe even got a second one, which was worse. In one case, one commenter said that they just dropped out of college, dropped out of the program, and then didn't run for 8 years. They'd only just started getting back into it. Other commenters talked about their children and their children's hopes and dreams. Kids who were as young as 12 who were looking to earn sports scholarships or whatever, partial or full, when they finished high school. Some of whom were still only in elementary school or primary school, as we'd say. And we know in Australia that the major football codes, all four of them, they start looking for young kids when they're about 14 or 15 and bringing them into their program, as they call it. And if you're a 14, 15 year old and somebody tells you, you know, you've got talent, one day you'll be playing in the big league and you're the up and coming next big thing and all that, you believe that because you're 15 and these are adults telling you. And maybe even your parents believe it because they want you to be successful, and sport's what you're good at, so they want you to be successful. For every one of those kids that they bring in, probably only one of them makes it to the big league, which is the NRL or AFL or A-League or whatever the big league is in rugby in Australia. And all the others for various reasons, fall by the wayside. Now here is the turnaround point, as far as I can determine, of the 10k run. That is 5.90. And we're just going back exactly the way we came till we come to that pedestrian bridge, and instead of turning off to go back over it, we'll go straight ahead on the staying on the park run course, and that allegedly is 10k. I'll see what it is on my Garmin HRV though when we get to that point. It's about 1.5 k's from here to the turnaround point of the park run, and then it's about 2.5 k's back, so that makes it 4, or a total of 9.9. That's to the finish line of the park run. Whether it's another 100 metres or something to the finish line of the 10k, I guess we'll have to wait and see when we get to that point. So, getting back to this sport business, as I said, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, but not many of those kids who start off in the around under 14s or under 15s